Day 12 of reading through the scriptures. We can start in Genesis 12. And Yahweh said to Abram, Go yourself out of your land, from your relatives and from your father's house, to a land which I show you. And I shall make you a great nation, and bless you and make your name great, and you shall be a blessing. And I shall bless those who bless you, and curse him who curses you, and in you all the clans of the earth shall be blessed. So Abram left, as Yahweh had commanded him, and Lot was with him. And Abram was 75 years old when he set out from Haran. Then Abram and took Sarai his wife, and Lot his brother's son, and all the possessions that they had gathered, and the beings whom they had acquired in Haran. And they set out for the land of Canaan, and they came to the land of Canaan. And Abram passed through the land to the place of Shechem, as far as the terebinth tree of Moreh. At that time the Canaanites were in the land. And Yahweh appeared to Abram and said, To your seed I give this land. And he built there a slaughter place to Yahweh, who had appeared to him. And from there he moved to the mountain east of Bethel, and he pitched his tent, with Bethel on the west and Ai on the east. And he built there a slaughter place to Yahweh, and called on the name of Yahweh. And Abram set out, continuing toward the south. And a scarcity of food came to be in the land, and Abram went down to Mitzrayim to dwell there, for the scarcity of food was severe in the land. And it came to be, when he was close to entering Mitzrayim, that he said to Sarai his wife, See, I know that you are a beautiful woman to look at. And it shall be, when the Mitzrites see you, that they shall say, This is his wife. And they shall kill me, but let you live. Please say, You are my sister, so that it shall be well with me for your sake, and my life be spared because of you. And it came to be, when Abram came into Mitzrayim, that the Mitzrites saw the woman, that she was very beautiful. And Pharaoh's officials saw her and praised her before Pharaoh, and the woman was taken to Pharaoh's house. And he treated Abram well for her sake, and he had sheep and cattle and male donkeys and male and female servants and female donkeys and camels. But Yahweh plagued Pharaoh and his house with great plagues because of Sarai, Abram's wife. And Pharaoh called Abram and said, What is this you have done to me? Why did you not inform me that she was your wife? Why did you say, She is my sister, and so I was going to take her for my wife? Look, here is your wife, take her and go. And Pharaoh commanded his men concerning him, and they sent him away with his wife and all that he had. Isaiah chapter 12. And in that day you shall say, I thank you, Yahweh, though you were enraged with me, your displeasure has turned back, and you have comforted me. See, El is my deliverance, I trust and am not afraid. For Yahweh is my strength and my song, and he has become my deliverance. And you shall draw water with joy from the fountains of deliverance. And in that day you shall say, Praise Yahweh, call upon his name, make known his deeds among the people, make mention that his name is exalted. Sing to Yahweh, for he has done excellently, this is known in all the earth. Cry aloud and shout, O inhabitant of Zion, for great is the set-apart one of Israel in your midst. I think I know a song like that. Psalm chapter 12. Save, Yahweh, for the lovingly committed one is no more. For the trustworthy have ceased from among the sons of men. They speak falsehood with each other. They speak with flattering lips, a double heart. Yahweh does cut off all flattering lips, a tongue that speaks swelling words. Who have said, With our tongue we do mightily, our lips are our own. Who is master over us? Because of the oppression of the poor, because of the sighing of the needy, I now arise, says Yahweh. I said in safety, he pants for it. The words of Yahweh are clean words, silver tried in a furnace of earth, refined 7 times. You guard them, O Yahweh. You preserve them from this generation forever. The wrong talk around on every side, when worthlessness is exalted among the sons of men. Chapter 12 of Matthew. At that time Yahweh went through the grain fields on the Sabbath. He and his taught ones were hungry, and began to pluck heads of grain to eat. And when the Pharisees saw it, they said to him, Look, your taught ones are doing what is not right to do on the Sabbath. And he said to them, Have you not read what David did when he was hungry, he and those who were with him, how he went into the house of Elohim and ate the showbread, which was not right for him to eat, not for those who were with him, but only for the priests? Or did you read the Torah that on the Sabbath the priests in the set apart place profane the Sabbath and are blameless? But I say to you that in this place there is one greater than the set apart place. And if you had known what this means, I desire compassion and not offering, you would not have condemned the blameless. For the son of Adam is master of the Sabbath. And having left there, he went to their congregation. And see, there was a man having a withered hand. And they asked him, saying, Is it right to heal on the Sabbath? So as to accuse him. And he said to them, What man is there among you who has one sheep, and if it falls into the pit on the Sabbath, shall not take hold of it and lift it out? How much more worth is a man than a sheep? So it is right to do good on the Sabbath. And then he said to the man, Stretch out your hand. And he stretched it out, and it was restored and as healthy as the other. But the Pharisees went out and took counsel against him so as to destroy him. Yeshua, knowing it, withdrew from there, and large crowds followed him and healed them all. He healed them all, and warned them not to make him known, in order that what was spoken by Isaiah the prophet, Yeshayahu the prophet, might be filled, saying, See, my servant whom I have chosen, my beloved, in whom my being did delight. I shall put my spirit upon him, and he shall declare right ruling to the nations. He shall not strive nor cry out, nor shall anyone hear his voice in the streets. A crushed reed he shall not break, and smoking flax he shall not quench, till he brings forth right ruling forever, and the nations shall trust in his name. And they brought to him one who was demon-possessed, blind and dumb. And he spoke to him, so that the blind and dumb man both spoke and saw. And he healed him. And he healed him, so that the blind and dumb man both spoke and saw. And all the crowds were amazed, and said, Is this the son of David? But when the Pharisees heard it, they said, This one does not cast out demons, except by Beelzebul, the ruler of the demons. And Yeshua knew their thoughts, and said to them, Every reign divided against itself is laid waste, and every city or house divided against itself shall not stand. And if Satan cast out Satan, he is divided against himself. How then does his reign stand? And if I, by Beelzebul, do cast out demons, by whom do your sons cast them out? Because of this, they shall be your judges. But if I cast out demons by the Spirit of Elohim, then the reign of Elohim has come upon you. Or how is one able to enter a strong man's house and plunder his goods, unless he first binds the strong man? And then he shall plunder his house. He who is not with me is against me, and he who does not gather with me scatters abroad. Because of this I say to you, all sin and blasphemy shall be forgiven men, but the blasphemy against the Spirit shall not be forgiven men. And whoever speaks a word against the son of Adam, it shall be forgiven him, but whoever speaks against the set apart Spirit, it shall not be forgiven him, either in this age or in the age to come. Either make the tree good and its fruit good, or make the tree rotten and its fruit rotten. For a tree is known by its fruit. Brood of adders, how are you able to speak what is good, being wicked? For the mouth speaks from the overflow of the heart. The good man brings forth what is good, and from the good treasures of his heart. And the wicked man brings forth what is wicked from the wicked treasure. And I say to you that every idle word men speak, they shall give an account of it in the day of judgment. For by your words you shall be declared righteous, and by your words you shall be declared unrighteous. Then some of the scribes and Pharisees answered, saying, Teacher, we wish to see a sign from you. But he answering said to them, A wicked and adulterous generation seeks... Sorry about that. One of my children had something to talk to me about. But he answering said to them, A wicked and adulterous generation seeks after a sign, and no sign shall be given to it except the sign of the prophet Jonah. For as Jonah was 3 days and 3 nights in the stomach of the great fish, so shall the son of Adam be 3 days and 3 nights in the heart of the earth. Men of Nineveh shall stand up in the judgment with this generation and condemn it, because they repented at the preaching of Jonah. And look, a greater than Jonah is here. The sovereigness of the south shall rise up in the judgment with this generation, and shall condemn it. For she came from the ends of the earth to hear the wisdom of Shlomo. And look, a greater than Shlomo is here. And when the unclean spirit goes out of a man, he goes through dry places, seeking rest, and finds none. Then it says, I shall return to my house from which I came. And when it comes, it finds it empty, swept, and decorated. Then it goes and takes with it 7 other spirits more wicked than itself, and they enter and dwell there. And the last of that man is worse than the first. So it also be with this wicked generation. And while he was still talking to the crowd, see, his mother and brothers stood outside, seeking to speak with him. And one said to him, See, your mother and your brothers are standing outside, seeking to speak with you. But he answering said to the one who spoke to him, Who is my mother and who are my brothers? And having stretched out his hand toward his taught ones, he said, See, my mother and my brothers. For whoever does the desire of my Father who is in the heavens is my brother and sister and mother. All right, so I wanted to talk a little bit about Matthew chapter 12, first couple of verses. We had this grain field, and they're going through and picking it on the Sabbath. The command to not harvest on the Sabbath is to not put into a container. So walking through a grain field and eating a handful here and there doesn't seem to me like like they were actually breaking the command of resting on Sabbath. Tell me in the comments if you disagree. And healing on the Sabbath is also never banned, which was like in in verse 13, 14, 15. They talked about healing. So I don't think he was actually sinning on the Sabbath. I think the Pharisees just didn't understand the Torah. Tell me in the comments if you disagree.